Okay, so here's part 2. Going to the second one. Let's graph these 3 pieces. The top one we're going to call or pretend that it's y equals negative x, because it really is y equals negative x. The next one's y equals 3. I'm going to do that in blue. Y equals 3. And the last one is y equals x. Let me write that down. Y equals x. Now, on these guys, you could put a plus 0, so it'll be a little bit more friendly for you. Y equals mx plus b. Anyhow, let's graph the red one. It crosses at 0, and like I said, I would use a pencil. It crosses at 0, and it goes down 1 over 1, and down 1 over 1, right? So far, we only have those 3 dots. But let's make this line longer by using that same pattern in the opposite direction. So we're going to go up 1 over 1 the other way and keep going as far as you'd like. However, we need to look at the restriction. It says x is less than negative 1. Okay? So let me show that with the block right here. So here's 0, here's 1, here's 2 on the x. Let's go to negative 1. So in reality, you only want to show what you see right there. You don't want to show anything else. So I want to go back and erase those other dots, if I can, which I don't even think I can. Nope, it's not going to work. Okay, so pretend that I erased them. And we're just going to do the open dot at negative 1 right here. And we're going to go that way. Are we cool? I hope so. And let's look at the blue line, y equals 3. And like I said, for some reason I can't erase these anymore. I wish I could erase them. So yeah, you're only showing this piece. For the blue one, y equals 3. It's going to cross the y at 3. 1, 2, 3 is right here. And of course we know that it goes to the left and to the right in both directions forever. I probably shouldn't draw that many dots because the eraser's not working right now. So we know it's a horizontal line, but we only want to show the values that are between negative 1 and 1. Okay? So on the x. So where is negative 1 on the x? Let me do a box right here. Here is negative 1 on the x. And where's 1 on the x? 1 is right there on the x. Let me see if I could get this up to the front. So there's 1. So you only want to show that little tiny segment right there. Those 3 dots. You want to actually draw a line through there. Now the question is, are those solid dots at the end of them or open dots? Solid dots, because you have the solid line underneath the inequality, solid line underneath the inequality. So we're going to have a solid dot right here and also a solid dot right there, and we're going to draw the segment right there. That's a little tiny segment with those endpoints. Let me move that out of the way, that out of the way. And now let's go for the final one, y equals x plus 0. That one crosses at 0, and from this point I'm going to go up 1 over 1, right? Dot, dot, keep going with the pattern. So this restriction or this domain of this piece says x is greater than 1. So you only want to show the greater than 1 piece of it. So if I cover up anything that's less than 1, there's a 1. So I only want to show those dots right there. And it's going to be a solid dot at x equals 1 or open dot? Open dot. So let me put an open dot right here. And let me just draw the line going through there. What do you guys think? So that's it. There's my piecewise function. This one I will ask for domain and range because this one's a little bit less complicated. Okay? We have open dots here, and they're going up forever, and they're going to the sides forever. And this one is up here, of course, with endpoints. So if I did ask you, which I will on tomorrow's quiz, for the domain of this guy, what's the domain? X equals all real numbers. Why? Because it's going to, in both directions left and right. It goes in both directions forever. Keep going forever, right? How about the range? The range is going to be y what? Y is up and down. Is this above a certain value, below a certain value? What do you guys say? It's above a certain value. So what value is it? What could he say about all your y values? Y has to be greater than 1. Perfect. Y greater than 1. And that's it. That's your domain and range. And this is probably the hardest question you'll have on tomorrow's quiz. Okay? And it will have domain and range included because this is really basic. It's like, this is, let me show you. There is nothing below this value right here. Everything is above. Everything is up here, right? So the range is simple. It has to be greater than the 1, right, on the y. So y is greater than 1 is the range. The domain, it does go left and right forever, so it does include all real numbers. Okay, study it.